All right. I think this is hilarious because I thought I was live for on YouTube for at least 40 minutes. So I wasn't. And so this is your president. No, your prime minister. No, your president again because I'm changing it. I'm changing prime minister to president because it sounds cooler. This is your president of Canada speaking, Tom Cowles, coming to you live from Riverside Starbucks, Penticton, British Columbia, Canada. And I got concurrent viewers. I got 2 of them. Now it's 1. So, and I got 0 likes, which is reasonable. I wonder how this goes out. This looks a little bit better. This is probably the reason why I don't have any live coverage for the last couple of days, is because I missed the step. So. Yeah. So I'm your Prime Minister of Canada, and I have no clue what I'm doing on the interweb. All these fandangled platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, but I'm learning. If anybody's out there that knows shit about this stuff, how about you come and talk to me, because I got quite a bit of content if it is actually being recorded. It's another thing. So, Prime Minister of Canada. We went through a lot. We fixed a lot of problems today on Facebook. I thought YouTube was there, but I was not recording. Instagram, I got a portion of it, so if you want to kind of review what it was that we were talking about, well, you can go there, because I'm not fucking repeating myself again. I don't care if I don't know how to operate the computer. It's my fucking show. Alright? It's nobody else's show. It's my show. It's our show. Bare Bones Theatre, Prime Minister of Canada, Ramblings of a Madman, Tea in Space. It's all yours. I have nothing to do with it. You're right. Alright, so as the Prime Minister of Canada, what did I declare today? Well, I said something about Remembrance Day, so it might not have been as favorable in that if you think I think about Remembrance Day, with the exception of what's happening right now, if I think about it on a continual basis all throughout that day, I will not be doing that. Because I feel like remembering in history and past is really what we need to start forgetting. Like, let's understand that it happened. You know, we know it happened. Let's not we forget the past, but let's forget it at the same time, because it's not serving us any purpose. War sucks. We went to war so we wouldn't have to remember war anymore. So no more war. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that's what the Prime Minister of Canada is saying. Very unpopular opinion, especially among nationalists, patriots, people who love the flag, people who are Canadians through and through. I am not that person. I know you maybe thought I was when I first took the job as Prime Minister of Canada, but you didn't ask enough questions. So here's what I think of Canada. I think Canada is a really nice hunk of landmass where I'd feel comfortable living pretty much anywhere if given the opportunity to. Can't afford it, but that, that's if I'm under the assumption that laws apply anymore, then I guess I would think that I can't afford it. But if I knew that it all belonged to me, currently, as it does with everybody else. Like, nobody owns anything. It's all ours to enjoy and to protect and to live off of and things of that nature. Guess what I'm saying as the Prime Minister of Canada is maybe I don't want to do this job anymore because it really seems like nothing gets accomplished in government at all. And what I want to do as the Prime Minister of Government is not have government or Prime Ministers anymore. You might be thinking at the outset, like, how will we ever survive without the guidance of this collective bunch? Well, have you taken a look at the House of Commons lately and see how they operate? I took a look maybe about 6 months ago, and for about 5 minutes, and I had to turn it off because it's like all the arguments, I don't know, nothing gets accomplished. I'm sure nothing really gets accomplished, and if it does, it's slow as molasses or like any kind of sticky substance. Like it is really slow, and slow's not so bad, I guess. Like maybe sometimes we have to go a little slower, pull it back, I guess, but no, not in this situation. This government only takes this government, I say this government, the last government, the government before that, the government before that, really all they do is take, and they tax you, or they don't tax you, but they'll tax you somewhere else. They'll say they're going to take tax away, or they're going to increase tax because we need more social services, things like that, and they just keep on playing us back and forth like fools. We keep on buying it, so good for them. They're winning, you know. The Trumps of the world are winning because they repeat themselves over and over again. I'm the best. I'm the best. You know what? I'm starting to think Donald Trump is actually the best thing that ever happened since that thing that we call the sliced bread. I think he is the bomb. He's probably the smartest guy I've ever come encounter. You know what? He's pretty clever. He's winning. How is he winning? Well, he's using fear, and he's using neuro-linguistic programming to drive it into your skulls that he's the only one that can do the job, and that his family is the only entity that can take on that burden, because why? The diversity in the White House and the diversity in our Parliament is staggeringly low, even though you look at it and you think, oh wow, look at all the different colors and shapes and female, male. Who cares? You know, like when it comes down to it, like if the system is broken okay, if you have a drain that needs to be unplugged, you know, like if it's plugged up and it's not draining properly, what do? You just kind of fill up the sink and let it seep and not do anything about it. Don't take a plunger to it. We gotta take a huge, greasy toilet bowl plunger to this drain, and we gotta shove it really hard down that drain and loosen up the shit that's trapped in the curvature of the drain. And we gotta work hard. Actually, we don't have to work hard. We just got to bring out the right tools and the right people to do something about that plugged drain, right? So the Parliament's pretty plugged. Government in general is plugged up with all sorts of whatever it is, philosophies, religions. Governments are owned by businesses. Clogged. They can't move because they're owned, right? Or they're so convinced that what they think is right should be the way we should all proceed. When in fact, a good leader is always trying to find the middle. Where's the middle? What do we all want? And what works for everybody as is right now, so that we can all grow and have maybe a little fun, and do our own thing, because that's kind of what this is all about. But man, we thoroughly convinced ourselves that we need to be working and that jobs are the only thing that matter. Jobs. The job market's really good right now. What are you getting fucking paid? Anyways, Prime Minister of Canada coming to you live from the Riverside Starbucks at Penticton, British Columbia, Canada. That's right. Stutter. When you talk all day, let's see how much you stutter. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sorry, I got pretty down on you. I didn't mean that. YouTube. It's nice to be here for the first time. I'm 10 minutes in. I'm probably going to leave it at that pretty shortly. Quite honestly, the Prime Minister of Canada right now, that whole gig, I don't really like. It's dragging me down a bit. So maybe I'll take the day off as Prime Minister of Canada and go for a walk. But first I'm going to take that nap. And then, well, you don't really need to know, because it's my day. It's Sunday. I think I made it quite clear on Facebook that I will not be remembering for most of the day. Please do not take that as an affront to your core beliefs, but I sincerely do not believe that patriotism, remembering history, and all that kind of stuff serves us in any way. But, Prime Minister of Canada, what do I know, right? Now you gotta ask yourself, is that what the Prime Minister thinks? And if that's what the Prime Minister thinks, I think he should probably step down. Well, you know what? If you think I should step down as Prime Minister of Canada for that very thought, then maybe I will. But probably I won't. And even if I do, you'll still have to call me Prime Minister. And I'm thinking about adding a few things to my name, like doctor, and have, like a PhD at the end, and then like an MD, and then I want to have a unicorn emoticon after my name, always, from now on. Plus the doctor, plus the PhD, plus I want my full name. And my title as Prime Minister of Canada and leader of the free world. This is very important, because that job is super important when it comes to, well, freedom and the world. So I just like to be recognized for everything that I've done or will do or am doing. So anytime someone writes my name out, please get it. Please use all capital letters. Do not waste my time with punctuations, but use as many emoticons as possible. This is your Prime Minister speaking, and leader of the free world, coming to you live from Riverside Starbucks in Penticton, British Columbia. It's a very hard city to say. Penticton, British Columbia, Canada. Penticton. Penticton. Probably gonna move shortly, considering there's really nothing here for me anymore. Kids are growing up right now, It's nice to see. One in university, the other one tail end of high school or middle of high school. Very busy, playing lots of sports. What do I gotta do? Nap and walk, and then I might do a little show called Tea in Space tonight. Plus, who knows what I come up with this afternoon. It's going to be quite a day. A lot of work and a lot of mental imaging, a lot of thinking is involved in what I do. So please don't think that this is easy, because, wow, this is super, super hard. So, welcome Christmas to Starbucks. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if we covered any new ground, but 15 minutes, 34 seconds. Yeah, it's a record. Prime Minister of Canada, Tom Cowles, coming to you live from Penticton, British Columbia, Canada. End stream. Yes.